Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's Iveth again. So this is actually my second time recording this video. I just recorded the video, went to go check it, and realized that my camera was facing the wrong way. So you guys all just got me talking and facing my window, which is, you know, not great. So in today's video, I have a kind of basic topic for you guys, and it's how to become a registered nurse. I know that this isn't really a secret. You can probably Google this and find a little article about it, but I decided to make a video because I know that some people really like to hear and see. You guys are, you know, auditory visual learners, you know? So I'm recording a video for you guys. Side note, please excuse my makeup. I know that it looks like I'm going for a night out. I decided to try out like a new foundation concealer combination because I'm going on vacation next week, and I got carried away with the makeup. I realized that this is way too much for camera, but bear with me. Also, I did launch my study guides yesterday, and I am so excited about it. I only have a few up there, so all the bundles are not up yet. My practice questions aren't up yet. I'm trying to make these docs incredibly large so that I can put them out there and have tons and tons of material for you guys. So please bear with me during this time when I'm trying to get all of this out. It's ended up being a lot more than I thought that it was gonna be. I definitely overplanned for everything that I'm doing. Especially now that I am starting to work. So as of right now, I am not working yet, but I will be in a couple of weeks. So I will let you guys know how that goes. I'm very excited to throw in some like what my life is like now that I'm a registered nurse, and what's different and how I feel and all of those things that come with being a baby nurse. So stay tuned for those videos because I'm most excited about those. Okay, so I'm done rambling about my study guides and my makeup. Let's get right into the video. So the first thing that you want to do when you're considering becoming a registered nurse is to get experience doing something medical related or nursing related, but not exactly that, if that makes any sense. So if you've been on my channel for a little while now, you know that I was a medical scribe in the ER and a medical assistant before I went into nursing. And before then, I wanted to be a PA student, or like to be a PA. So in those videos, I go into depth about what my jobs were like and all that stuff, and how that prepared me for nursing school and to be a nurse. And I thought that that was like a huge component to why I wanted to go into nursing. I think that sometimes nursing is very, I don't want to say glorified. What's the word that they use nowadays that means like make something look really, really nice, but there's like way more layers to it than just the nice part. I don't know. I think glamorizing might be the word. For example, like New York City, like I see a lot of TikTokers glamorizing New York City, and then there's people in the comments just bashing them like, you know that there's trash on the street, you know that it stinks, and all of this other stuff that goes into it, which is all true. But I mean, I don't think about that. Like, you can highlight all the good things about stuff, but anyway, that's besides the point. So I think that getting something along those lines is a great gateway to figuring out if nursing is really right for you. And then on top of that, that looks really, really good on applications. I think the one that looks the best on applications is going to be certified nursing assistant, your CNA, or your PCT, the patient care tech. So those have the most patient contact, most like nursing related things. Like, yes, you'll get some of that as a medical assistant and a little tiny bit of that as a ER scribe, but nothing like a CNA or a PCT. Like, I kind of wish that I would have gone that route, but I didn't know that I wanted to be a nurse in that time. So that's why I did medical assisting and ER scribing, because I thought that was most closely related with what I wanted to do at the time. So apart from that, you need to build a really good application. So I am probably going to end up making a separate video about how to build a great application and what to do and all that stuff. But one of those huge things is incorporating that experience that you just got from what I told you in step 1. So incorporate all of that into your application. Like, make sure that you write detailed experiences about you with patients and how it made you feel and how it drew you into nursing, things like that. Say now that you're ready to apply, and you're looking at your options. So your options are an associate's in nursing, your ADN, or your bachelor's in nursing, which can come in 2 forms, your ABSN or your regular BSN. I did an ABSN degree, which means that I was only in nursing school for 1 year. And it was the longest, toughest year of my life, but you guys already know that. So the differences between all of these. So the associate in nursing will be a 2-year degree. You can get this right out of high school. So say you graduated high school, you can go right into an associate in nursing and get your
oh my god.
You can go right into nursing and graduate with your nursing degree and become a nurse. Another thing that you can do is, after you've already gotten your associates, you can go into your bachelor's, because there are ADN to BSN programs, like bridge programs. So you can go ahead and do another 2 or another 1.5 years and get your BSN and get a raise for your job. So what I'm trying to say is that the associates in nursing will not get you the same wage as if you had a bachelor's in nursing. I'm gonna try and like show on the screen somewhere what the difference is in average salary. Maybe I'll do New York City, since my license is in New York City. So then that brings me into the bachelor's. What are the differences between the BSN degree and the ABSN degree? So BSN degree will be a total of 4 years. So say that you graduate high school, you go right into your bachelor's degree, and you'll probably do like 2 years of like regular studies, and then the last 2 years will be more nursing focused. I had this option when I transferred to USF from my community college, because my associate's degree was in biology, and I decided to transfer to a larger university after community college for the experience, the college experience, because my hometown is very small and everybody kind of knows each other, and I wanted to get out. So my academic advisor advised me to go into nursing, because he said, look, I think that your values align more with nursing. I think that nursing is more right for you. I think that nurse practitioner will actually be a really great option for you. Like, these are our options at the university for nursing. And I just, in one ear, out the other, didn't listen. And I regret not listening to my academic advisor, because it would have saved me so much money. But that's besides the point. I don't even want to talk about that, because that strikes a nerve into my soul a little bit. Say that you already have a bachelor's degree like me. I had a bachelor's degree already when I decided to go into nursing. So I have a bachelor's from the University of South Florida in health sciences. And I feel like that also really helped me to get into nursing school, because everything in my background was kind of health related. I built my application based on being a medical assistant and having that connection with children, like, and doing all of their vital signs, taking in their history, all of that good stuff that I talked about in my video, and ER scribing, which was all of the documentation, how detailed that needed to be in that documentation. So it kind of like put me already in that mindset to be detailed, if that makes any sense. So on top of that, my bachelor's degree is in health sciences, so it just kind of tied in the whole application together. So, but again, you can go into nursing school with an English degree if you felt like it, if you have all the prerequisites. And the prerequisites will vary by program. So that's something that you have to go on your program's website for and kind of check and see what you have and what you don't have. But make sure that those codes match. Because I remember I took, for example, medical terminology in my community college, and I had to retake it again when I went in for my bachelor's degree in health sciences, because it didn't have the same code. But it was the same class, it was just didn't have the same code. So here we go, I had to retake the class, which is super tedious, but something to look into when you're looking at programs. So you have your bachelor's degree in whatever field you have your bachelor's degree in, and you're like, I don't know, I just really wanted to go into, I want to go into nursing, I want to be a nurse. you can go into your ABSN program, and that is an option for you. You do not get the ABSN option unless you have a bachelor's degree already. So I wouldn't have been able to go into PACE's like ABSN program if I didn't already have a bachelor's degree. So everyone in my cohort had either a bachelor's or master's degree in something unrelated to nursing that they wanted to switch then into nursing for. And the ABSN program again will run 1 year to 1.5 years. I've seen some of them run 1 year and 6 months or 7 months or something like that. It kind of depends on the program in specific. PACE's was specifically 11 months, and it's a brutal 11 months to cram in all the information that you learn in a 4-year program into 11 months. It's hard. It's a lot. And I go into detail in this in my other videos. I will try and link those down below. I have quite a few Q&A videos about what it was like to be in nursing school and the amount of stress that came with it and all of that stuff. So I will link all of those videos down below as well. After you have graduated nursing school, woo, hallelujah, hard part is over. You gotta study for your NCLEX, and the NCLEX is a board certified test that you have to take, and it's an interesting one. It's interesting. If you've seen how I passed my NCLEX in 75 questions, you would know kind of like my experience with the NCLEX. I am going to put out on my website a bundle specific to the NCLEX, and I swear to you, this is how I passed the NCLEX in 75 questions. Between this information that I'm going to give out and UWorld questions at the same time, it's a game changer, and I cannot wait to get that out. I'm dying to finish it. It's taking me a little while, but I will make sure to get that out as soon as possible. Preferably before next week, before I go on vacation, I will have that out. So if you don't know anything about NCLEX, NCLEX is the exam that you have to take for your licensure, right? But this test is weird in the sense that it's a pass-fail test, but it kind of goes on a scale of, like, say that you have one line, and the more the questions that you get right, the harder the questions get, and then the more the questions you get wrong, the easier the questions get. So you have a pass-fail line, and so the more you get, the higher. But if you're like this and you're kind of stagnant all over the place, it'll kind of give you more and more questions to gauge about where you are. But they just want to know that you're a safe nurse. You don't have to know everything. And I think that's like the biggest misconception with NCLEX, is that you have to know everything. In nursing school, they beat it into our heads that we had to know everything. And it drove us nuts. It drove us nuts to the point of ever-ending stress about having to know everything. And I feel like when you know everything and you have to know all these details, you lose sight of the bigger picture about a certain topic, and all you really needed to know was the basic information to answer the question. So that's why my bundle is going to help you guys so much. I will also have a video coming out in relation to how to answer NCLEX questions very, very soon. I hope to get that done, but I need to do a little bit more planning for that video. Unless he loves to think that she's a pit bull. She loves to think it. My child, be quiet, I'm filming. Mommy's filming. After you pass your NCLEX and you're officially a registered nurse and your license comes in the mail and all of that good stuff, you can start applying for jobs. You can actually start applying for jobs way before then, but I didn't know that. And I recommend to start applying for jobs like as soon as you graduate your program, or not even, maybe like a little bit before you graduate your program. Kind of start getting like your name out and start doing emails like in places where you did clinical and things like that, because it makes the process go by so much faster. So another thing that you can do after you get your license and all that stuff is to go through a residency program, and you can look these up. I am not too familiar with this process because since it's an optional process, I just didn't decide to do it. But some students in my cohort found that they really wanted to do residency programs because we went to nursing school during a pandemic, and because of this, especially in New York City where everything was like on lockdown and nothing was open and everything was crazy, they decided to give our clinicals online, and we got no patient experience, I think, until the last semester that we had our preceptorships, and that was even then, like, I don't think that was enough. If you felt like in your program you didn't get that much clinical experience, or you just want more, you want to learn more specifically before you go out on your own, then you can go through a residency program. But again, this is super optional. You don't have to do this, and you can go straight into your job after passing NCLEX, and you know, go through all of your applications and all that stuff. So that is it for today's video, you guys. I will go ahead and link everything that I gave you guys for information down below. If you have any questions for me, please comment, DM me on Instagram. I love hearing from you guys, and make sure you like this video and share with a future nursing student or a future nurse in your life. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.